Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we're having a look at yet another wonderful mod, this time in the form of Liberty Prime and various followers, being made by user Carol2015. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, Liberty Prime and other various creatures as followers, but in a miniature size, or rather, person size. But yes, we've got a tiny freaking Liberty Prime, and how could you not love that? I mean, he's just such a wonderful communist smashing robot, and now we can have him wherever we go as a follower, just like any other follower. Though, I want to point out right off the bat here, you may notice Dogmeat still running around because these guys do not take up the typical follower slot. They are pretty much attached to you like a normal follower, but you cannot make them carry things or tell them to go to specific places. They just follow you and shoot enemies, which I'm perfectly okay with because I've still got Dogmeat to use as a mule. Where'd you go, boy? There you are. Excellent. See, he's taken to Liberty Prime already. They're good friends. But yes, this is a very, very interesting little mod that I'm quite enjoying so far. And as of the time of this recording, it just released a new version like an hour before I started making this video. So yeah, good times. Now, the original mod that I decided to look at just had this Liberty Prime, but now as of this latest update, it now has various other followers, which at the moment means it has also a mini Behemoth follower, but there are plans for in the future to add things like a mini Mirelurk Queen, mini Deathclaw Matriarch, etc., which I'm quite looking forward to. But for now, the Liberty Prime and mini Behemoth are quite suitable. And so, it's quite easy to actually get your hands on one of these miniature followers. All you have to do is actually go into your workshop mode. And they are in the special section, and you will find them here as the mini Behemoth and the mini Prime, which unfortunately, oh god, let me go back into workshop mode. Sometimes when I'm in God mode, they don't show up as they should. There we go, we now have the outline. And yes, here is the lovely little mini Behemoth that we can create, and for what you need to use to build them, for the mini Behemoth, it is just a mere 1200 bottle caps, and also the requirement of having rank 2 of Animal Friend and rank 2 of Nuclear Physicist, and once you have those, you just place him on the ground as such, and bam, you have a freaking mini Behemoth. And how could you not love that? Now, as for the Mini Prime, he of course is a miniature version of Liberty freaking Prime, so he requires a bit more to create. He requires 1200 bottle caps, 6 screws, 10 aluminum, 1 nuclear material, 10 steel, 4 gears, of course the same rank 2 in Nuclear Physicist, but also requires rank 3 of Robotics Expert. So both these guys are going to be pretty, higher-ish level, but Liberty Prime especially is it's gonna be a little bit later in the game before you can make him, but I think rightfully so, considering, well, he shoots a freaking laser out of his eye. That's pretty darn powerful. But yes, once you have them built, they are now followers which you can command. Now, kinda weird thing right now. How to explain this? Okay, so first off, how you get them to follow you is interesting. You actually need rank 2 of Adamantium Skeleton for them to even follow you. So you could build them, but they won't come with you to join you in the fight until you have Adamantium Skeleton. So I tried this earlier without having Adamantium Skeleton, and they just stood around dumbfounded. And then once I cheated rank 2 of Adamantium Skeleton into the game, they suddenly followed me. As we can see, if I move around over this way, you can see them coming towards me. The Behemoth being fairly quick on his feet and creating a lot of vibration of the screen. Liberty Prime, of course, being slower. I mean, he is Liberty Prime after all. He's not going to be moving very quick. But yes, that's That's kind of the odd part about them, though, is that they just follow you after being built. Now, according to the mod page, you're actually supposed to have to walk up to them and hit your activate key, whichever you have that bound to make them follow you, and then, subsequently, when you don't want them to follow anymore, you hit the activate key again. That is not in the game right now. At the moment, once you build them, they will follow you. And I don't know if that's intentional with the new update or a bug of the new update. Again, this update came out literally an hour before I recorded this, so yeah, it could go either way. But so you know, if it is a bug and it gets fixed, you are supposed to go up to them and hit whatever your activate key is to make them follow you. Though alternatively, oh boy, there's a flub of a word there, alternatively, there we go, if you don't want them to follow you anymore, you actually can just, you know, scrap them. That's all you gotta do to get rid of them if you don't want them, and of course you can also pick them up and move them if you so desire. And there we go, we've moved our mini Prime 2 over there. Now as for their power, well, they're pretty powerful. They will scale with your level, so whatever level you are, they will roughly be that level as well in power, and as they follow you around the wasteland into buildings, etc., they should, well, they should wreck house. Again, it's a freaking Liberty Prime and a freaking Behemoth. But yes, one small issue with them at the moment, the meshes are a little bit off, of course, because they are taking giant models and making them small. So those are hoping to be fixed in the future, and some animations will need to be tweaked because they do have a few occasional issues. Like, I've had some problems with Liberty Prime, especially when I've gone into buildings with him. Sometimes he gets stuck on corners, but then again, we've all seen the pathing AI in this game in the first place, so it could just be that. But let's actually get some shots on these fellows and show you the sort of attacks that they do. Now, Liberty Prime, of course, if we shoot him a couple of times to piss him off. There we go.
To be self-evident.
Ah, yes, truths to be self-evident.
Are created equal and are endowed with certain unalienable rights.
I like you, Prime. I like you. But yes, as you can see, I have pissed him off, and he is doing some serious damage to me, but I am on God mode at the moment, so I don't really have to worry about it. But he will attack his enemies with his laser beam eyes and spout various Cold War propaganda lines at you.
Fall to communist invasion.
Indeed, you tell him, Liberty Prime, no darn commies, etc., and so forth. But you can see that his pathing is a little bit strange. Dogmeat does seem to be confusing him slightly with being able to move around, but overall he gets quite effective, especially with the good laser beam. Now let's, oh god, okay, let's scrap him. We don't need him anymore. There we go, right in the middle of attack, I still get blasted. So, you Behemoth, let's now piss you off. And of course, he is a Behemoth, so he is really just going to come at me with melee attacks as such, but oh my, the damage will ensue with him hitting the ground with that. And of course, his stomp attack, and as you can see, with his health, he's got a fair amount of health, so he is going to survive for quite some time. And Liberty Prime has an equally large pool of health to work with, so that is always good. But yes, he will, of course, just go in melee, and any other subsequent new followers made in the future, such as the Mini Mirelurk Queen, etc., they'll have their, you know, whatever attacks they use in the real world. So the Mirelurk Queen, I'm actually kind of interested in because, well, that whole acid attack that she's got, I am interested quite a lot in that. Reminds me of StarCraft. But yes, that is the, that is the Liberty Prime and various followers mod. If you would like to try it for yourself, you can take a look at the link in the description, as always, and I really hope you do. It's just a very fun, weird little mod, and I cannot wait to see what gets added to it in the future. And of course, I do hope that you have enjoyed this video today, and that you do come back for the next. But until then, thank you for watching, my friends, and as always, have a good one. Though I'm going to build one more Liberty Prime real quick, and boom, there we go, my friend. He's no longer trying to kill me. Hi, Prime. I love you. Yes, that's not an awkward end in the slightest. Later, folks.